Hey y'all, this is the She Be at She Be Shown Enough on Twitter, and you are listening to Just Thinking Out Loud. I'm recording this introduction on my cell phone because if you have been following the trials and the tribulations of the Struggle Cast, you know that I have been whimpering and whining about technical issues and problems and breakdowns for a while, and finally, the shit done hit the fan, y'all. And, yeah, I'm recording on my cell phone. So, we thank you so much for sticking with us and struggling along with us as we navigate these podcast streets. We appreciate you listening, interacting with us, and sharing the links to our show to get the word out about them two crazy black chicks out in the country somewhere who's got something to say about just about everything. But I need your help. Please go to www.gofundme.com/SheBeShowNuff for information about what we need to keep this podcast going. 2 years ago, we started with cell phones and my already raggedy laptop. Didn't think it was going to last more than 6 weeks, but here we are 2 years later. And we're still doing it. And we want to keep doing it. We want to keep lending our voices to the field of independent media where we talk about just about everything from our own unique black woman perspectives. So if you would go to that GoFundMe campaign, if you have it in your heart and in your pockets to give, we'd appreciate every single penny. But if you don't, and I know that struggle too, please just go ahead, share the link to the campaign, share the link to the podcast, because you never know. It might get in front of Oprah. Oprah might find out about that poor little podcast, that poor little struggle cast that could, and decide that she wants to bless us and bring us on. Well, maybe not all that, but still. The possibilities are endless. So thank you so much in advance for your support of us at Just Thinking Out Loud. I know I speak on behalf of Bujado when I say thank you, and we love you. And now you will listen to the episode that we recorded just before my laptop said, nope, this ain't how we're going to do it. Hopefully when you hear this podcast, and it's going to be raw, completely uncut and unedited because cell phone recording, you'll be able to see how much work I put into trying to clean up as much of it as possible. I spare you all the hiccups and we didn't burp in this episode, but the hiccups and the coughs. Lord, I went into a coughing fit because I'm getting over bronchitis. So the random ramblings, stopping for a second to go get something to eat, trying to wake up the husband-to-be in the living room, all that. It's all in this episode. I don't want to do it. The perfectionist in me does not want to release it. But we had such a good conversation about what happened to that poor girl at Spring Valley High that, you know what, I'm just going to have to get past perfectionism and understand what's most important. And we really want you to hear this episode. So check it out. I apologize in advance. No music, no breaks, no commercials. It's not pretty, but it's necessary. Stay tuned. You are listening to Just Thinking Out Loud, the podcast where the nerdy black chicks talk about news, politics, entertainment, current events, pop culture, and, of course, general ratchetness. I am the She Be at She Be Shown Up on Twitter, and, of course, I'm here with my co-host and my fam, Abujetta Rising.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to the show.
Welcome back. Almost didn't record this week because I am still trying to get over the effects of that damn bronchitis.
Poor thing.
I got bronchitis. artist. Anybody got time for that? As you can hear, I don't even have my voice all the way back.
Oh, you're pushing through. You are a damn trooper.
I am a trooper.
The other day it wasn't good. It wasn't looking good the other day. I was worried about you.
Yeah, I sounded bad. It was messed up. I couldn't get anything out. So I'm just not in a good mood at all today.
Yeah, it's a foul day. All the way around.
People are so foul.
See, I was in a good mood. I just came back from vacation. This was my birthday week, everybody.
Yes, yay! Happy birthday.
Thank you.
To Bugetto. Happy birthday to Bugetto.
Woo. Yeah, so I came back from vacation to find all hell broke loose again, and damn it, now I'm mad.
You can't go nowhere.
Yeah, you come back and there's always some other devastating shit going on. It's like, damn, welcome back.
Okay, so before we get into all that, how you can reach us on social media, as I said earlier and always, I am at SheBeShownuff, that's SheBeShownuff on Twitter, and Bugetto Rising can be found where?
You can always find me on Facebook at Bugetto Rising at Facebook, and on Instagram at Bugetto Rising on Instagram. If you follow me, I follow back, people. I've been liking pics today.
I'm about to say, you got to say the rest.
I was liking pics like a mad woman today. My fiance always says that. He's like, you just like everything, don't you? I just can't help it. I go through, I see a face I like, I see something else I like, a dog, a cat, Arsenio Hall. Look, I'm liking pics right now. So if you follow me, look, Boots. You follow me, I follow them, and I like your pics. So there you go.
And she'll like your pics. I don't think you liked any of my 3 pics.
Well, I did, but when was the last time you posted? Like 3 years ago?
Pretty much. It was when I posted the 5-legged elephant. That was at the zoo. I mean, it really wasn't 5 legs, but I looked at the picture after I took it, and I'm like, what's wrong with that elephant? And I'm like, oh, that elephant needs pants.
Wait a minute, I just got that. Hey, elephant man. All right. See, we can't even stay angry, right? We're so weird. I don't know how you guys put up with us.
Well, he's going to have to put up with us. All right, so here it is. This week, what's the name? It was Spring Valley. I don't even know details. Okay. So for me, I woke up, I look at the internet, and I see on my timeline just picture after picture, clip after clip of a still screenshot of a girl in the middle of being tossed around in her chair by this grown-ass man. And I said, nope, not going to watch it. Kept seeing it. I said, no, I am not going to. I don't even want to know the details, because at this point, you're either just constantly angry or you're just numb. And we can't afford to be numb because the shit ain't going to stop happening. But God damn it, can't we get a break?
Remember when this was going on, every week you turned on the news, there was another black guy getting shot, and it was like, police brutality or racism exhaustion. Like, it was like every story was like, God, not another one. And it's like it never stopped. So like I said, I just came back from vacation, wasn't out the airport. When you go a few days without Facebook or internet, the first thing you want to do is turn it on, see your feeds, and all I saw was he got fired. So I was like, I'm glad I missed the beginning of it. And then I was like, it's probably not that big a deal. And then when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, this is outrageous. So I caught the end of it, and I'm very glad he was fired. But damn.
So a young teenager, sitting in class, being a teenager, and I guess the teacher wanted her to put her cell phone away, I think,
apparently.
and I read somewhere later that he asked her to give it to him, and she refused. Now the class, they're working with electronics and technology. I think they were working on Chromebooks or something. So there's technology going on in this classroom, and I guess she wasn't participating. She wasn't doing what she was supposed to. So he tells her to leave. She wouldn't leave. Calling an administrator. Administrator tells her to leave. She's like, nope, I'm good. Then they call in this resource officer who tells her to get up to leave. She says no, and his response is to physically remove her from her desk. And when I say like remove her from the desk, he yanks her around like a damn rag doll. And by now, I don't even see the point of just kind of rehashing all the details, because by now, if you haven't heard, like, you haven't been paying attention.
Right.
But it seems like more and more people are stepping up to say, well, you know what? She should have been paying attention. You've got, not paying attention, but she should have been following the rules. You got Raven Simone, who you know is going to say some dumb shit, because that's just basically her calling in life at this point now.
Right. You knew she was going to say something stupid.
Yeah, well, you got to follow the rules. He shouldn't have done it, but you got to follow the rules. Then you got Don Lemon, who needs to know everything that this child did in her entire life and everything that led up to this moment with this man who could bench press a freaking horse if he wanted to, picked her up and started swinging her around.
Apparently,
because that's important.
Apparently, he had a nickname with the students based on the fact that he's thrown a couple of students around.
Officer Slam or something like that?
Yeah, Officer Slam, because he slammed a couple kids around. And don't get me wrong, everybody knows I'm very pro-police, da-da-da-da. This, to me, is not that kind of issue, and this is very specific to this one jackass officer. And that's why we should focus on him, because he's dead-ass wrong. He was fired for a reason. His use of force was over the top, over the limit. But, of course, like you said, you got people coming out saying, well, she should have been listening. And I agree, she should have been listening. I didn't know that they had to call 2 people in, so she's that out of order that she won't listen to anybody. She's obviously wrong. Obviously wrong. But is the answer to hip toss the kid who's not being violent? She's just not listening. Adults got to use some fucking common sense here.
And that's what it comes down to. There's just too many stories where you've got adults who are having these confrontations or fights or whatever with teenagers, and the focus is on what the teenager should have done better, what the child should have done. All this responsibility is put on a child when an adult is the one that's supposed to be keeping the level head in the situation.
Right. And there have been viral videos of kids getting out of order. Let's get this straight from jump. There's so many fight videos, kid punches teacher, kid slams principal. In those situations, if this resource officer had showed up and this kid's like punching the teacher or flinging the teacher, which we have seen, he's justified in grabbing her, throwing her to the ground, whatever he has to do to use force to get her under control. But she's sitting. And you know what I mean? Like, she's literally just sitting there. So to use that kind of force, and okay, fine, maybe you got to escort her out the building. Eventually that's going to happen, because you've gone beyond teachers to now you've called the police in. Something's going to escalate here. But what's the right response for that? And you're dealing with a child. You're behind this child. There's no need to go He-Man on the fucking kid. And for any adult in their right mind to justify this behavior, police, not police, anybody, it's really fucked up. And what I get tired of in the media is there's no protection for black girls. There's no, major voice of being like, you know what, this is wrong. Because if she had been any other complexion and she was hip-tossed like that, Don Lemon, everybody on the news would be like, why is he not in jail right now? If this had been a parent, let's just rewind it all. If this had been a parent who came in and was advised their kid was acting like a fucking donkey, and a parent grabbed the kid and slammed them across the room, the parent would be in trouble, would probably go to jail. Point blank and simple. So I don't understand why this one situation has to be, well, let's reflect on how bad kids are all over the world. Like, wait a minute, this kid just got fucked up. Yes, she's bad, but was this reasonable?
Well, my thing was, first of all, I'm like, well, why is she being thrown out of class anyway? Like, if she's sitting there, okay, you're not supposed to be on the phone. Big damn deal. What's the bigger disruption? What's the bigger disruption now? Arguing with a kid who's sitting there plucking on her phone, ain't bothering nobody else, or having somebody come in here and now you done scare the entire class because she got beat up in front of everybody.
Okay, so and this is my thing, and I was you know, I was talking to somebody and I was expressing what I would have done if it were me and I'm the police officer. First of all, I don't think any police officer wants to deal with kids, but this is an officer that's his job. He's a school resource officer. But it's always a volatile situation when you have young people because they're like somebody who's their brains aren't formed yet, so their reactions to things are way different than a rational adult. Apparently, she's got some stuff going on in her past. She's been orphaned just recently. She's in foster care. So this is a girl with already emotional problems. Mind you, I will say the officer doesn't have that memo when he walks in. I'm sorry, officer, this is the girl with the problems. No, he doesn't fucking know. He's just been called. But when I look at situations like that, I look at somebody like her wanting the attention. Take that away from her. She wants to make a show. I would ask the teacher, since you got the principal here and everybody else, take the rest of the students out of the classroom. We'll talk to her by herself. Let's deal with this one-on-one because she wants this show. She's refusing to listen because she wants the scene to go on. Let's take away the scene. And 9 times out of 10, when you take the battery pack out of somebody and you take away the audience, they're going to be like, okay, well, this is the problem. Because it shouldn't have gone this far. Once a teacher told you put your phone away, yeah, put your phone away. Principal has to tell you or whoever else has to tell you put your phone away. All right, now it's going to the next level for no damn reason. Does it warrant violence? No, not at all. And that's why I hate this jump of this news anchor lady who made this big scene, this big speech. It's gone viral about this is the time to talk about badass kids in school from this situation.
Brenda Wood from Action 11 News, somewhere down there, I guess. I don't know. She's a horrible person. Let me start with that. She's a horrible person.
Let's just go with
that. Horrible person. Because what she did was she used this video and this situation where the circumstances are so unique to these are special circumstances. This young lady lost her mother in January. Apparently, she lost the grandmother, I guess, that she was with here in June. Then she's at a new school. She's in another environment. She's staying with foster parents. So you don't know what happened. At that moment, she shut down. And if the officer didn't know that, the teacher did.
Right. That's what my problem.
The teacher had to know the situation. The administrator had to have known the situation, which is why the officer really shouldn't have been brought in.
Shouldn't have never been brought in.
Never. They should have brought in a counselor.
Right.
Somebody to kind of help talk her down, or if she was content with just sitting there and everybody else, because I'll tell you, when I went to school, I remember it was in middle school, there was this girl who every day literally had a meltdown.
Wow.
She had a meltdown. She would go off, yell at the teacher, storm out, slam the door. She had a meltdown. And all of us in the classroom, we knew that she was going through some things. I think her parents were getting a divorce.
Wow.
And then after a while, it's like, the first couple of times, it was like, dang, what's up with her? But then after a while, you know what? She just sat there. And once we knew that she was ready to have her fit, let her go and have her fit quietly by herself. Nobody talked to her. She didn't bother nobody. We didn't bother her.
Yeah. Because a lot of times this stuff is for attention. She, people brought up her past and everything that's going on. The officer doesn't know that. And the teacher should have. The principal should have. And if she's not ready to be in a school setting or something like that, like you said, the counselor should have been the one to bring in. Why does everything have to be a law enforcement remedy? With a kid who's not violent, she's not jumping up in everybody's faces, because then that's an issue of safety for everybody else. She's just refusing to cooperate. Yes, you have to have rules with kids. You have to set that standard. But if you guys are her first line defense, her teachers, you should know something's going on with this kid. And bringing in the damn troopers shouldn't be the first thing you do. And it should really be when she's not violent or doing anything to anybody. It should be the very last thing you do.
Especially when this man has a propensity to be angry and violent with students.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't call in the one officer that's cool with kids. The one that'll take him out from ice cream after school or whatever. And
they ain't got no damn officer like that.
I'm just saying, they didn't call They didn't call in one of the guys that the kids kind of look up to. They called in the one that they knew was going to act the ass. So that's why I said, like, I lay all this, to say that the teacher was probably just as scared. No, the teacher knew what was about to go down. That class knew what was going to go down.
The teacher's probably frustrated.
And I'm sure.
And that is a situation that should be handled within the school. It should be so many different ways to go about this, but when you put it on a national level and you do what that reporter, like you said, this skeezer did, and you turn that incident that is about this kid and about this school into a time to point out issues with urban schools, that's the thing that pissed me off. Because I went to an urban school. I wasn't ever in trouble in school whatsoever. There are thousands of kids in schools right now that don't act up, don't have any issues. So to say, well, you know what, let's take this moment now to talk about the disruptive kids. When she wasn't violent, she wasn't physically disruptive to anyone, she wasn't saying anything. This is not the time to deflect to that. And I'm so sick of people taking this certain issues, especially dealing with black women and girls, and turning them into whatever else you want to talk about. Because there's hardly ever a time where we're focused on a light where, okay, maybe we can get some help here, or maybe we can do something. There could have been so many ways that she could have spun this situation in the right way, the appropriate way, to put that little girl at the center of it and not in a negative way. But instead she took the typical route, and I'm doing air quotes, she threw up the urban schools, and this is what happened, almost to kind of justify, well, this is what happens when you got urban kids and they're acting out. Like, this little black girl is not afforded a fucking meltdown at 14. Like, this is, oh, well, we're used to this, and this is what they get. Come on, man. Like, you are in a platform where you should know better. You're a fucking reporter. You're a woman. And this is another thing that's pissed me off. Whenever you see the black women, this is the second time this year a teenage black girl was physically assaulted by a white man. I don't give a fuck if you're a principal, school, whoever you are. It's on video. Had this been some type of white girl, had it been a white mom breastfeeding and was escorted out of a fucking mall somewhere, white feminists would have been everywhere protesting, no, we don't have this, let's take our bras off. You don't hear a peep from them when black girls are assaulted. And that's what it irritates the shit out of me, because when a black woman wins an award, they're going to be the first ones to say, well, what about what we've done for you guys? Here are two issues. We're talking about teenagers here. We're not talking about adults that are violated when it's on TV, it's video. And this is a time for you to speak out against violence against women, and you're quiet as a mouse.
Hold on. I'm going to have to edit that out.
What the hell was that? Oh, shit.
Oh, sorry. Well, and that takes me back to the episode that we recorded, about the beginning of August, when we were talking about Sandra Bland. Yeah. And the episode was Ain't I a Woman? And we were talking about all of this, but in the context of an adult woman coming in contact with an officer or somebody in authority. In which case, we said then, we're like, black women can't be women first. We're still black first.
Yeah.
We're black women, but we're black first. And therefore, we don't have the same treatment. We don't get the same kind of treatment. We don't get the kid gloves. We don't get to be coddled, and we're not precious, and we're not delicate like white women.
Right.
And so when shit happens to us, there's always these, well, you know how they are because they got that attitude. Her mouth is probably what got her that. There's always something that we probably did that caused that. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, the girl wasn't following the rules, but that is not the problem. See, we wouldn't even be having the discussion if whatever her punishment or whatever it was fit what she did. We wouldn't be having a discussion about teenagers with bad attitudes if they just gave her detention that day. She'd have still had a bad attitude just like every other teenager. What had to happen was she had to get her ass whooped in front of a classroom and have it put on national television for everyone to see, on the internet for everyone to see. She had to have her body brutalized for you to finally have a conversation about mouthy ass teenagers. Why the fuck are we minimizing what happened to that child to have a discussion about some shit that's been going on forever?
Well, that's exactly my point. You said it, damn it.
That don't even make any damn sense.
You said, I mean, and that's what's so frustrating about it. I guess, we're a podcast for black women, well, for black people, for people in general. But our primary concern is black women. In this world, there is no space for us to be treated as women first or girls first. There's always the black in front of it. And when you're a black woman, there is no sympathy for you. And because I look at that and I'm like, there is no way on God's green earth a white girl, teenager, could have said anything, did anything to get that kind of response from no officer or nobody in general. No, there would have been no way a teenager could have been thrown, a white little girl could have been thrown across a room and this country not went in fucking panic mode, because you just don't do that to white girls. We're still talking about Benet Ramsey and whatever white girl goes missing next week. Those are the people who are valued in our society. But when something happens to our little children, we're not supposed to care. There's another story we should talk about. Well, teenagers, like you said, bad teens. Motherfuckers, teens been bad all fucking year long. This is the first time you want to have this discussion because a black girl got violated? So we can't give her a moment to be a victim. We're not even talking really about the officer who had the problems in the first place and that's why he's fired. The focus is now on, what she shouldn't have done. I'm like, damn, can she live?
And everybody want to talk like everybody follows the damn rules anyway.
Not no teenagers in high school.
Your grown ass don't follow the rules. You're supposed to clock out for your morning and your afternoon breaks. Bitch, you don't.
Well,
you don't follow the rules, and then somebody clocks you in the face for not following the damn rules. Is that going to be okay?
I know, because then we can talk about all the people who don't clock in and clock out.
Well, you know what? Because this is wasting businesses' money. This is why the economy is going down, because we are spending hard-earned money on people who are not doing their jobs and not clocking out properly.
I mean, if that's the way it should go for just 1 week in this country, so people can feel what it's like to be black in America. It's like something happens. Well, the reason why such and such is because he was arrested this kind of way, and his father this and that and that. And we need to focus on that instead of the victim. And like, oh my God, you can't be a victim in this country if you're black. If you're black, you're not a victim. There's some reason why it was all right for that shit to happen to you. Like, you had to be the cause some way. Even in something so small as to situations in school. Well, urban kids, as Brenda would say, they're bad any fucking way. And it just gets old. It's tiresome. So people were kind of agreeing with her, and that pisses me off. You have some people that have spoke out. People spoke out against Raven. They're petitioning to get Raven's ass off the air because people sick of her shit. And I don't know what she has to say next for her to be thrown off the view. But, it just gets old. Let's have a moment where we can talk about what happened, focus on that, and not blame the black child. Can we do that in America?
No.
Can we try at some point to not blame the black child?
No, because we're not afforded, our children aren't afforded the luxury of being children.
Right.
They're adults before they're, 8?
Yeah.
They're seen as adults. They should be treated differently. They should be handled differently. Like this bitch at Brenda Wood, this bitch over there talking about, and don't get it twisted, this is what really happened. Like, who the hell are you talking to?
Right.
Like, who the hell are you really talking down to? This old patronizing use of slang to try to, I don't know, what she trying to get down with the homies and tell us how we supposed to be. This how y'all got to stop doing it, because when you act your ass out, you gonna get your ass whooped.
No, and see, that's this old slave master mentality.
I don't know who the hell she is.
I don't know what she is, but it's just that mentality that it's okay. In my opinion, children are off limits. If this kid is not being violent towards you, then there is no justification for this whatsoever. And we have to be able to, some point in our society, see kids as kids. Every kid should be treated the same or afforded the same fuck-up time as any other kids. You got white kids out here to do the same bullshit, if not worse. They smoke weed, they fight, they egg houses, they do whatever the hell white kids do, but they are looked at as, it's just kids. Black people do it, they're criminals. There's study after study shown that even in elementary school, black kids are suspended at higher rates or punished more harshly than their white counterparts. And that's got to end in this country. And if Brenda wants to bring that up, then we need to have that discussion. You want to talk about bad kids? Let's talk about how the fact that this country always penalizes our black children from kindergarten on up way harsher than they do white kids. And it's just not right. And if this reaction, this response shows us anything, is it puts a spotlight on how they're seen as different. Period. Like you said, our kids don't have a time to be a kid.
Man, let's just stop and think about this for a minute. We have a black teenager sitting in a desk, sitting. Her crime, not getting up and leaving the classroom. Her crime, not putting away her cell phone. Her punishment is getting tossed around the classroom in front of everyone. Now, they said that she had no injuries, but I heard later on that she, in fact, does have injuries. I don't see how you can not get tossed by somebody who can bench press 600 pounds and not have injuries. I stubbed my damn toe and that shit's bruised.
You know, her foster mom came out today, and I guess her foster mom is going to look to adopt her ass now, because she's like, look, my foster kid had some issues after this. She's afraid. She said that she's sad that her video's been all over the place. She does have injuries. Her back and her neck hurt, and we about to get paid. And damn right, they deserve every penny, because she got to sue, and she got to get paid. And these videos going viral, and these people having to pay out their ass for this shit is going to put an end to the shit that's going on as far as the abuse. But as far as our country's reaction to it, we got to stop treating our kids different. These are kids. This is in a school. This is an unarmed kid sitting in a chair. This is the most basic shit in the world. Like, come on, there should not be a difference here.
There shouldn't be a debate. But yet, Affluenza boy.
Oh, ran over what? How many people?
Got drunk, stole a car, ran over and killed a couple of people. And they said that he was too white and too rich to know better.
And they sent the boy to rehab. They sent him to rehab.
That was his punishment.
Yeah.
So where was all of this vitriol about unruly teenagers then?
Right.
What did she got to say about them?
Yeah, that would have been the time to talk about bad kids when you have his ass.
I think. So now you got kids that's just too rich and too white to know right from wrong. But this child who is literally going through hell isn't even afforded the luxury of look, and it's the same. You shouldn't even look at being considered someone who's going through mental illness or mental crises a luxury. But that's what it actually is, because the other end of the spectrum is that you're just inherently evil.
Right.
You know, to have a mental illness, and that's a get out of jail free card. Really? Well, I guess if you're white.
Only if you're white. And you notice, but black people, they don't get that, oh, she has mental illness. And especially, my thing is, in our communities, mental illness, we're living in a constant state of some shit going on. You've got rampant poverty, violence. A lot of us grow up in war zones. This is a kid who just lost a mom and a grandma. She's living in a foster home. Now, like I said, I don't blame the officer for not knowing that, and whatever, that wasn't in his memo, but the teacher should have known. The principal should have known. This is a kid who should have been isolated. All right, I know you move kids out for drills and stuff like that. Okay, anytime you got to bring the administrator up and she's still not complying, okay, let's cancel the show. Let's move the kids to the other side of the room. If we got to move them in the hallway, take it to the library. Now let's have the guidance counselor sit down with this girl and figure out what the problem is. And I guarantee you, if you did that, you would have got a lot of tears, and she probably would have came off of whatever this hard attitude was and explained what's going on. Instead of looking at her as a combatant and we gotta physically get whatever out of her, we got to do it with physical force. We can't. There's no way we can come up. That's what boggles my mind, is that adults couldn't have figured out that situation. You know what I mean? I'm sure somebody heard that her mom had just died and she's in foster care. I'm sure one of those teachers might have had a clue that happened sometime recently. So instead of coming at her like they did, they could have come at her a different way. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's not a weakness to sit there and talk to the kid and try to figure out what's wrong. And if we can do that in our society, we're going to have a lot better off situations instead of criminalizing our kids so fucking early, making them out to be, you got to handcuff them, put them in this and do all that, when the crime is not putting your cell phone in your teenager. That's something the kids do here at home with their parents.
Exactly. Could you imagine? Like, I've got a 16-year-old.
Right. You're gonna throw him across the room every time.
Every time. I mean,
he doesn't listen.
He hasn't defied me like that. But let me tell you, I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Well, I tested.
I tested. I got my ass knocked out though, but so I guess I shouldn't have brought up myself as a.
There you go.
You know, never mind. Maybe I should have kept that.
Did your mama bench press 600 pounds though?
It seemed like it because what happened was.
Oh gosh. Never mind.
But see, that was my mama in my own damn home.
Your mother wasn't trying to kill you. Like, he could have killed her and he wouldn't have cared.
No, she couldn't hip toss me, but yeah, but anyway. But yeah, all kids, are going to be like that. And I just feel like beyond that, to me as a woman, that's what hurts my heart, is to see a young black girl body just being tossed around. And it's just like, so what? How often do we see our women being exploited, being, just going through so much trauma as black women, and there's nobody there to say it's okay. I'm sorry this happened to you. There's always someone saying why you deserve that, or you shouldn't have this, or you shouldn't have that. And it's sickening and it's tiresome. And it's like you said, you're like, oh, not another one. You know what I mean? It just reminds me of that little girl in the summertime that had the bikini on. You got to stand on top of somebody with a kid with a bikini on. Like, why did you have to do that? Like, you were that forceful with a kid. This is the same thing. This is, obviously, she's light enough for you to toss her, so this is no physical threat to you. See, can we have respect for our bodies? Can society say, okay, black women deserve some type of protection too? There should be a limit that you don't cross. Because I guarantee you, if this white dude was with his mom or somebody like that, or somebody put a hand on his sister like that or his mother like that, he would have shot him. If he saw anybody touch a child of his or anything like that, he would have probably pulled his gun and shot him. So why don't you see a black girl in the same light? Like, this is a woman. This is a girl. There's got to be something where our bodies are respected a lot more, and it's frustrating to constantly see it.
Well, before he was fired, the sheriff was like, "Well, he's dating an African American female." And he's probably whooping her ass too.
She's probably getting her ass beat on the regular, because dudes that go off like that, like. I mean, he went from 0 to 100. This motherfucker got more problems. People were like, well, it might not be racist. It may not be racist, but he definitely has fucking issues with women, because you don't just one day wake up and hip toss girls. Like, you've been doing this shit before, and he probably been beating the hell out that black girl. So if somebody can locate her, I would like to get her comment. She probably can't make no damn comment.
Scared.
She's scared to death.
Officer Slam come home. But, the other thing that was really upsetting, you've got the teacher. You have a black man who is in charge of this classroom, who calls someone that he knows is going to be an asshole. You know he's going to. And then when he's swinging her around in front of him, says nothing.
I saw people say that. What is he going to say, though? He probably scared he going to get his ass beat, too, at this point.
Well, you know what? At this point, you better say something, because she's going to get killed right in front of you. You can't even at least stand up and say, dude, okay, that's good. No. You ain't got to do all that.
That's what I would think he was. Part of me was thinking that, maybe he could have said, yo, that's enough. You done did a little too much. But maybe part of him wanted to slam her ass too, because she didn't.
Probably. And that's the, thing.
That's what's bothering me.
Exactly.
There was no feeling of this is a girl to anybody in a situation. Like, this isn't a grown ass man we're talking about. Her violation was being a smart ass, not listening to me, which is annoying. You're a teacher, you're supposed to have that control. But there's got to be more than one way to skin this fucking cat, especially when she's not a threat to anybody in the situation. But I think the frustration level from him, that he couldn't do nothing with her, was like, go ahead, toss the bitch. I don't give a damn. And I don't know. Maybe that's the part that bothers me too. Is like there was no care from anyone. Like, I mean, once she got tossed, I would have thought he would have went over there and been like, here, let me help. All right. She seems like you'd have knocked her ass out now. Let's just calm down. But it was just like, yeah, go ahead and throw her over there. And it's like, what? Where is this coming from?
It was like, how are you okay with this? I want to know what was going through his mind. What was going through his mind when he felt like, okay, let's throw her out of class over a cell phone, because where's she going to go? Where's she going to go? You sending her somewhere, just throw her out. Okay, so now what? And then she's in your class, and you call this guy in that you and the administrator say you're going to call this guy in that has a reputation for slamming kids around. You know what's going to happen when you call him.
I think that our society, I'm sitting here thinking of it, and like I said, I would have handled that, and people probably would have said, oh, a police officer would never did that, and that's kind of weak to move the classroom out there. But you know what I've always found? That sometimes your strength is in the stuff you don't do. And sometimes your strength is in not using the force that you can use. When you kind of level with somebody when you don't have to, I think that shows a lot more strength. I think that shows you're the bigger person in the situation. You don't always have to, oh, you're not listening, let me choke you the fuck out. Like, you don't always have to do that. And I think that in a situation where you don't have someone physically coming at you, she's not listening to you, she's not complying, but she's not walking around the room tossing shit. You know what I mean? Like, she's in a one position where you can gain control in that area. You can just get a one-on-one with her and get right in her face and sit down and be like, okay, what's this about? That would have took maybe all of 15 minutes, but instead you've got this whole thing, this video here, you're now getting her slammed to the ground. And for what? What did you accomplish? What does this accomplish for the girl? Like, what did this accomplish for you? Well, as the teacher standing there, well, nobody's going to use cell phones in my class again. Well, I'm a big guy. I mean, do you look like you had the upper hand, or do you look like you lost control? To me, that situation looks like y'all, the adults, lost control.
And so now, for how much longer is this class going to be disrupted?
Yeah.
Because this ain't a cool learning environment now, this classroom, after all this happened. It's been a week now.
What do you think the other kids are thinking now when they come into class tomorrow? Like, I mean, there's a lot of respect lost on a lot of levels when you don't have to do that. And I think a lot of times people don't think of, okay, less can be more. We don't have to go to the extreme in this situation. We can actually slow it down a little bit. Let's just, get our composure. But I think, because people were saying that too, and I agree, like, was he going to fight the officer? No. He could have said something. He could have said, oh, that was,
at the very least.
That was way more than I asked for, but.
At the very least. In fact, the one person that stood up and said something was another student, another black girl.
Woman. Exactly.
Was the one that
another black girl.
Up and said something. And what happened? He said, oh, you got something to say? You can go too. And she got arrested.
Yep. Ain't that nothing? We can always depend on ourselves, man. Black women.
We got.
It seems like that's all we got. We will stand up and we will say some shit. And locked up a girl up too for saying something. And I'm tired. I'm so tired of this shit.
So, anyway, I was so mad about that Brenda Wood. Like, I'm glad we didn't talk about her as much. But boy, you are just one. You are awful person.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out if she deserves a Millie, but you ain't even good enough for no damn Millie.
No, that was just, it's like,
you're not straight up trifling ass.
You don't give a damn that it was a child that got swung around. You don't give a damn that it was a girl being swung around by a grown ass man who could swing around a damn truck if he wanted to. You didn't care about none of that because you wanted to get up there and do your weekly, daily, last word editorial so you can get your hand claps and your high fives, because we're going to talk about these teenagers who are just so damn disrespectful. And let me tell you, we know there's some disrespectful little heifers and heffalumps out there. We know y'all are out there and you're doing things and you're saying what you're not supposed to. But you know what? I was there too. I was one of them, and I bet you that bitch is honest. She was too.
Yeah, and you're not going to see people feeling like, with I want to see school resource officers going to these suburban schools, since she had an issue with urban schools, go into suburban schools and toss every disrespectful kid in there. You're going to find a lot of people, motherfuckers that need to get tossed.
Girl,
we see them in the supermarket. You see how the white kids be talking to their parents? I can only imagine how they are in school with the teachers. I'm pretty sure they be some I'm not getting off my cell phone motherfuckers too. So, if you're going to say, use this as the call to action against bad kids everywhere, then let's go everywhere. Don't point it out to one group of kids.
I'm just really upset, too, that she, along with so many other people that I've seen on social media, pretty much stripped this girl of, one, her childhood, and two, her humanity.
That's what it is.
It's like it didn't exist. What she was going through doesn't matter. What she has lived through these last few months has nothing to do with it. Who cares why she didn't want to listen? Who cares why she refused to move? It doesn't matter, because she should. In the perfect world, everyone would follow the rules, wouldn't they? In a perfect world, we wouldn't have an issue with people are butting heads. But this ain't a perfect world. But in a just world, which is what we should be in, a grown-ass man shouldn't be swinging a child around, no matter what she said or didn't say. She didn't have no weapon. She didn't come up against him. She didn't do anything but sit there and be disobedient. Well, guess what? If that's the worst that she's gonna do, that's a good day compared to some of these schools where them students will whoop your ass.
Yeah, I mean, oh my God, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is not the time to talk about bad kids. There's so many videos out there where you have badass kids doing some shit. We got footage of them. This isn't that situation. So I'm like, why is it even being discussed on the same breath? Like, this is the most minimal of kids showing their ass. She's just sitting there not listening. But I think it's what you said. It's the humanity of this girl is just ignored right away. It's like she doesn't even get that moment of, this is a human being. This is a person we're talking about. Nope, it's our fault. Let's hurry up and talk about something else that blames her for it. And it's like, damn, is anything sacred? These are our kids. A friend of mine, a black officer, he's retired now, but he was saying the same thing. He was like, real talk, if that was any other, he's like, black, white, whatever, a man see this happening to his daughter, he's going to flip the fuck out. And I'm like, that's the reaction every American should have. Every American should be like, this is somebody's daughter. This is a little girl. That's the first thing. Like, this is a school-age kid getting tossed like that. And that should be our first reaction, not, well, the other bad kids in these urban schools. I mean, I'm so tired of it. It really is so draining to be black in America, especially be a black little girl. Because, my God, like, where is the space for you to be a kid and have that even respected?
Well, at the end of the day, this heifer just, what about black on black rhymed us with that shit.
Oh, no, damn it, no, don't do that. Not the kids.
That's exactly what Brenda Wood did.
And see, I'm the first person to be like, okay, with police situations, I look at it from a different angle. This video is nothing like your average. This isn't even fair. This is like some random street fight. I don't even consider this person to be a police officer. He doesn't represent what I used to do, and the many officers that do a great job. I know school police officers that are good friends of mine. I can't even imagine nobody doing this. Guy's just fucking out of control. He gets off on being around little kids because he can beat them up easily, and women. Apparently, he's able to do this to small people. He felt comfortable doing that until somebody videoed him, and which is good thing that camera was there.
So all of you jumping on it, you Don Lemons, Raven Simones, Brenda Woods, and all y'all the asshats out there co-signing this shit and acting like the biggest problem here is that, well, she didn't follow the rules. I hope next time you don't follow the rule, you get clubbed straight in the mouth.
Yeah, seriously.
No, seriously, I really do. I hope the next time that you, turn on that radar detector because you want to speed or whatever speeding limit you want to go without getting caught, I hope somebody finds out about it, and as soon as you step out the car, you get punched dead in the mouth. Break a couple of teeth. And then cry about it. I wish you would, because you broke the rules. Oh, well.
Yeah. You ran that stop sign? Hold on, let me hip toss you one second.
Just one good time.
You stole that roll of toilet paper from your job. We got you. Hip toss.
Should have followed the rules.
Oh, you 15 minutes late to work? Hip toss.
You ain't clock out like you supposed
on time. Well, you know you was here, and you talking about you didn't clock in, and you forgot, so you can get the whole day, and then you try to lie, say you was on time. Hip toss. Hip toss.
That's what it is. Oh, y'all can't stand people. Only because they black. She wasn't black, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. We'd be talking about we'd be talking about poor Sally.
Oh, and you know we would have blocked the image because it's so disturbing to see little Becky
Oh,
get
girl,
tossed
yeah.
around. But we can see Shaniqua get tossed 20 times a day. Her uncle gets shot in the back 15 times, and that's fine. But we will block out Becky
Be-
getting assaulted.
because of this obsession with seeing black bodies being brutalized. We've
Mhm.
already talked about this in the last few. We can't stop talking about it.
That's what I said. Is this tiresome? It's like, damn, man, come on, world, give us a break here. Like,
You know, I read a book a long time ago when I was in middle school called The Illustrated Man. And it was like a collection of short science fiction stories. And in one of the stories, all the black people went to Mars.
wishful thinking, right?
Like, we were already there. We already started up colonies. We already got settled. Never seen what white people look like at all. Because all the black people went to Mars. We were already there. That's how the story started, with
Wow.
us happy and in Mars. And then, like a page into the story, a ship lands.
Oh shit.
And you know who it is.
It's them damn white people.
White people. And they were like, we just fucked up Earth and we need a place to stay.
Hell no. Knowing what we know now.
And we figured that since y'all got this shit going on here, that we just going on and come stay with y'all for a minute.
Oh, how did that end? I'm sure all black people were dead by the end of it.
Girl, I can't remember. I'm going to have to Google it. Maybe I can find out what happened with that story. But I'm pretty sure, white man wrote it. So I'm sure they let him in. Either they let him in or, Mars got gentrified real fast. Gentrification of Mars.
Gentrification of Mars. Oh Lord, damn, the reality. This racism. Oh, racism. Dave Chappelle said that. Oh, this racism is killing me. It is. It's like you gotta laugh because it's like even in the science fiction book, it's like you know what's gonna happen at the end of this story, and it's not good for us.
It is. Racism is killing us. Like the physical and the emotional, psychological effects on black people. It's just like I was physically feeling it today.
Yeah.
I try not to read comments.
Me too, and that's what I think got me is the comments. Like, if you go, and that's fine. If this anchor woman, this is her fucking opinion, that's fine. But in social media world or in now everyone has a voice, and if so many people, it's the Donald Trump voter syndrome. You know, all those people that are the people in those crowds that are cheering for Donald Trump and yelling "Go back to Mexico." These people are all over the place, and they're so vocal in the "fuck you." You know, it's not hidden anymore. You know, like there used to be we know they feel like that, but you never get to hear it. I mean, it's comment after comment about how them kids acted if their parents would teach them home training. Motherfucker, her parents are dead. How would you be fucking acting if your fucking parents are dead and died, and your grandma died last week, and now you're in foster care and somebody's telling you to get your phone? I'm sure you had a little meltdown here and there too. But it's no sympathy, it's no nothing. It's just those people over there, or as Brenda put it, those urbans, those niggas, basically.
Basically.
That's what it was. Just might as well go ahead and say it. We know them niggas don't act right anyway, and this is what happens. It's just, I mean, it's horrifying. Can you imagine, though, if that was your kid, man, and you saw a video like that? I mean, how can you live with that? And I guess with everything being online now and videos of everything, like, I mean, that would fucking tear apart my heart out to see my kid being thrown around like that, and for nothing.
For nothing. She wasn't fighting. I'm done. You mentioned something about Donald Trump.
Yeah, I was talking about.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a break. And, I mean, we really could end the show right here, but I just feel like...
we can't end it on that note.
No, we'll find some other horrible note to end it on. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back on the other side. I need to get some tea for this throat. We'll be back on the other side.
Yeah, you that nasty. You sound like T-Boss, girl.
Sounds terrible. Excuse me. Okay. All right, and we're back. So last night I watched about as much as round three of the Republican debates as I could possibly stomach. Why do they have all them damn people stacked up like dominoes on that stage?
They have too many. They still have at the point where they have two Republican debates. They have the happy hour debate.
Wait,
This
there
is so
was
fun.
two of them?
Yes, there was two of them. When we were driving, remember we were driving back from the airport. We were listening to the one at 6 o'clock on CNN or
Uh-huh.
CNBC on the radio, and that was the one with I don't even know who's on that. Rick Santorum's over there.
He's still running?
Yes,
Oh,
and a
God.
couple other motherfuckers are down there, and and then also that was the first one, and then you had the big time one at 9 o'clock. But
That's crazy. Because there were like 50, 11 people on the stage last night.
yeah,
You mean that was like spillover?
today they were talking about they were like, is it time for a Republican to start dropping out? Yeah,
You
when motherfuckers
think?
don't even know half of y'all was debating at the happy hour debate. They can't call it the happy hour debate. It's called the sad hour debate.
So, the unhappy hour. So who is Santorum and who else? Jindal? Is Jindal still running?
Yeah, Jindal is on there, and Jindal was talking crazy. We were listening on the radio, and we were cracking up. Before Jindal, he was trying to have his moment.
Um, so last night, every Republican on that stage tried to have their Bernie Sanders, we don't care about them damn email moments up there. Like, they were all trying to have that one moment that everybody could rally behind and clap for. And it was all about the gotcha media and the meaty media. The meanie media.
The mini media is what they were talking.
See, there y'all guys go, being mean
The
again.
mini media.
Meanie
And
media.
they milked that fucking faux outrage at the media real good. Once they found that line, they worked it. I mean, Ted Cruz popped out with one, and Donald Trump even tried to have outrage. This media whore, the biggest media whore of the Republican Party right now, had the nerve to be mad at the media. This is ridiculous. This is not even respectful. Oh, Chris Christie, fat ass, had something to say. He said, and they didn't even ask him any questions. He was like, this is rude, even in Jersey standards.
Yeah, I heard that one.
Get your ass down, Christie.
So did everybody have the same clutch the pearls moment
Mm-hmm.
when Ted Cruz said he was 44? You're like, what?
Oh, wait, he said that?
Yeah, he was like, I'm 44. And I'm like, oh my God,
He's
that's what
not
44 looks
44.
like?
He's not 44.
Grandpa Monster.
It's not no
It's
damn 40. He a
44.
lie. He about 56, 57, I think.
Grandpa's 44, he said.
Yeah, right, okay. Somebody check his damn birth certificate. Trump wanted to look for somebody's birth certificate. That would have been what I said the next day. Check Eddie Monster's birth certificate.
We need to see. It says on there, Grandpa Monster, 44.
You know what's funny though? There was no clear gotcha moments for no championship. Somebody knocked it out of the ballpark, but everyone's saying how bad Jeb ass did.
I forgot he was. I only heard him
They
say
said he
two
looked
things.
tired. They said he needs.
He was out of energy.
And Trump been calling him low. And somebody insults you long enough, and then you start taking on the insults. Remember when Kay Michelle and Tamar Braxton had the fight? She called her a Muppet, and she like a year later was like, "I don't look like a Muppet." Like you just internalize it. Well, anyway, Jeb is doing the same thing. Apparently, Jeb is because after it was over, I think it was one of the CNN reporters was like, "Were you okay? Are you tired? Are you having a rough day?" No, I'm just not a showman, and I'm not. If you want a showman in chief, I'm running for president. I'm not a Showtime person. So the Republicans are having a rough one, and I was saying that it's fucked up that the biggest thing we took away from the debates is we still don't know what any of these motherfuckers stand for, like other than they wanted to build a wall last debate. Now we just don't know anything, but they're tired of long debates. They're tired of having questions thrown at them, and I'm like, have you guys seen Hillary Clinton's life lately? Like, did she have? She just went through. This was last week. She did the 11-hour inquiry, which is starting to look like the Salem witch hunts when you've got a white chick, Hillary Clinton, sitting there, and you've got all these angry white men asking these questions over and over and over again. So she did this shit for a whole full day. Like, she did like 5 hours in the morning, took like an hour lunch, came back. And you mean to tell me y'all can't handle 2 hours of mean questions? I'm doing air quotes. They are not fit to lead. I don't think any of them.
No.
The presidency, if y'all have seen President Obama's hair lately, this shit is a marathon and a half. You are going to have some stamina. Your hair is going to turn white. If it's already white, it's probably a fall out. So if you can't handle debate season, and we're not even down to like it's two of you guys debating for this is still early, and y'all already exhausted.
So I'm watching Donald Trump pretty much brag on how he used bankruptcy laws to screw all them companies he owed money to. How he used it to his advantage. And everybody's like, yeah, that's right, screw him. And like, wait a second.
Oh, my God.
This is the guy that wants to be the leader of the free world, and he's talking about how he used bankruptcy laws to his advantage. He ain't going to help you to use them to yours. He ain't going to help. He ain't going to allow people, your broke ass, to take advantage of the things he took advantage of. But that's not how you win when you're him. No. Can't everybody have no level playing field? He ain't about leveling the playing field. He's about winning.
Yeah. Seriously. At any means necessary. And this is the person you guys want. He's still the Republican front runner. Still.
Huh. Really?
Yeah, I mean, Carson is leading in the Iowa polls, which everybody's shocked about, but it's fine. You know, when I listen to him, I listened to him 2 or 3 times this week, and he says, this is how he gets you. He says 1 or 2 things that make sense, and then the motherfucker go in left field. So I don't know if this was a news interview or during the debate, I forgot, because he just speaks so monotonely, and his facial expressions never really change, so I forget, like, to picture him and what he was talking about. Anyway, they asked him about abortion, and I think it was on a Sunday morning show, and he was like, they were like, what do you think about abortions, and are you for abortions, and what do you think, and should Roe versus Wade be overturned? He goes, well, when people were slaves, I'm glad.
Not the slaves.
This motherfucker brought up slavery. So he goes, good thing somebody wanted to get rid of slavery. So maybe one day they'll overturn Roe versus Wade.
That should be his slogan. Everything tastes like slavery. Slavery.
He's trying to make a point. He does that with the slavery. Obamacare reminds me of slavery. Abortion, slavery.
Oh, gosh. This man.
But don't bring up Black Lives Matter. For a motherfucker want to talk about slavery, he don't never want to talk about no modern times. What's that? Black Lives Matter? All lives matter. Slavery, though? Obamacare. I don't understand him. But so yesterday he did okay in the debates. Nobody's talking bad about him. Like
so he didn't do bad. I wouldn't say he did great, but he didn't do bad.
They were just saying how boring the front runners are. Donald Trump didn't have he didn't cuss anybody out that great, so I don't know, it just kind of sucked. And it's like, all right, there's going to be several more of these fucking debates. It's too many of them. And I agree with what's that one guy? I don't even know his name, but the one that Donald was like, that's why you're on the end. You have low polling numbers. Whatever his name is, that guy was like, if we want to win as a party, we can't just say outrageous stuff anymore. It's just not going to work.
That sounds like K6. That sounds like something K6.
Yeah, it was K6. And so they immediately ignored that shit because he was like, all right, we can't just say we're going to deport everybody and we're going to discriminate. It's just not going to make sense. They ain't want to hear that shit. They moved on to the next question.
You know what? It's like I'm listening to him and I'm like, y'all do know that he's like your most reasonable guy, right?
And that's crazy because he's like he has the most conservative record of all of them talking, and he made sense last night. That's how scary the GOP race is right now. That's some scary shit.
And what's her name?
Oh, Carly.
What's her name?
Carly.
I don't know what her name is.
Carly Fiorina. She says, I know y'all want to see me run against Hillary. No, actually, no
No,
one ever brought that
no,
up.
baggy feet. She's the one that, when I used to put bags on
Oh,
my
she's
feet
the one
and
who
walk
said
this.
that?
Yeah, she was the one to put the Wonder Bread bags. I'm like, bitch, you had Wonder Bread?
She a damn lie. She put no Wonder
Wonder Bread?
Bread.
You mean name brand Wonder Bread? Bitch,
You
what?
wasted good Wonder Bread bags.
You didn't know nothing about no damn poverty. You had real Wonder Bread.
She thinks everybody wants to see her and Hillary debate.
About why?
Nobody
I can't even
wants that.
remember a thing she said last night.
Did she say anything? I don't
She
even think
said
she said anything.
something.
She said, I don't remember it.
She said something. She always has her shoulders shifted like she's about to do like a glamour shots photo shoot. I don't quite understand what's going on with her neck and her shoulders. She's weird to look at. All of them are just weird.
They're all weird. And so I don't know. But today I'm late. Like I said, I just came back from my trip and I saw the video of what's his name, Ben Carson's wife doing. And that shit tore me up when I just saw it because I wasn't ready. She said, "It's a lie." I'm like, please, Candy.
Look, y'all okay. Be mad about us laughing at. I'm sorry. Yeah, oh man, we clowned our girl. We were hard on her, I ain't gonna lie. But look, the singing is fair game. If you gonna take that chance, honey, you act like you gonna step to the stage and step to the mic like you about to blow. If you don't blow, girl, I'm sorry. We talking about you. Don't do that ever again. That's why I said Ben don't want it. He know his wife can't sing. He was like, honey, why don't you sing for the people?
Now we'll have a selection. It's so fun. I gotta see them in action. I want them to do a joint interview. This is cracking me up. Right now,
I want them to have a reality show.
Oh my God, that would be great. That would be great.
Ben and Candy.
Oh Lord, Ben and Candy.
Directed by Tyler Perry.
Oh Lord. Oh my God.
Awesome.
Yeah, that would be. But that said, this is what we're talking about. The Republicans have actual, no real issues to run on. Once the fucking bridge gate thing or the building the wall has fell out of fashion, there's really nothing extra to talk about with the debates. Last debate, we could at least laugh about some shit Donald said, but I don't know where the Republicans are going. I don't know who the hell the nominee is going to be at this point. It's anybody's fucking game, and it all is terrible. So that was that with them.
Well, I know what, though. If you ever want to see some backwards shit, go to Mike Huckabee's Facebook page.
Oh,
he posts some of the damnedest, most backwards ass shit ever. Like, what century are you living out of?
I can't even, girl. I need 3 days to recover.
When he made it to the stage, and I said, he's still running? They invited him?
He was
there last night.
Oh, shit. All right.
He didn't say too much. He said something stupid.
I did not know.
Speaking of something stupid.
Oh, God.
Speaking of something stupid. Mm-hmm. So, as you know, a couple of weeks ago, we gave Raven Simone the Miss Millie Award. We gave her a Millie. Mm-hmm. The next day, after we recorded, did she get shut down by the most trolling ass racist?
Isn't that terrible?
In America. She got shut down by Ann Coulter, who I cannot stand. I thought that she was like that person that I just loathed and could never imagine loathing anybody like I loathe her until this Brenda Wood bitch put her video up. But Ann Coulter was on The View. And she was, of course, talking her racist, let's get rid of the immigrants bullshit, as usual. And Raven, with her uneducated ass, and I gotta say, she is so uneducated.
She is. She's the most
she has absolutely nothing to bring to the table. What does she say? If you know you're dumb when you got to revert back to what your mama told you when you was 3. Now, bear with me, because, I don't have much of a voice, but she's like, my mom told me when I was a kid
that if you don't have anything nice to say, you really shouldn't say anything. And why would you say something that hurts people in the heart like that? Why would you just be so mean? I'm paraphrasing. Right. That's what she came with. Aunt Coulter is talking about policy. She's talking. Now, I don't agree with none of this shit, but that's what she was talking about. She was talking about policy. She was talking about immigration. She was talking about politics. And your dumb ass going to come up with some shit that you learned, that we all learned in kindergarten and didn't always live by, because we all say some mean shit. Dummy, you say it all the time. And that's when Aunt Coulter struck. And she said, well, in my Aunt Coulter, well, Raven, I mean, you're talking about judging people based on their names. And at least I'm talking about policy that affects all Americans, and it's dangerous, and you just don't get that. Shut up, Negro.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
That's basically what that was.
I would have cussed her.
First of all, and so this is what got me about that. I was like, okay, when I saw that Raven Simone got shut down, I said, good. Dumbass got shut down with the very stupid thing she just said a couple days ago. Because what was Raven Simone's response? Yeah, that's all she could say was, yeah. And shut the hell up. And I was like, okay, I'm glad she shut the hell up. Now, what I couldn't get jiggy with.
Not jiggy.
Yeah, what I couldn't get jiggy with is all the mad props given to this racist as if she was standing up for all the Shinquan Taniquas in the world by stepping up to Raven. That's not what she did, because you know Aunt Coulter was sitting on her couch watching The View the day before talking about, that's right, Raven, we shouldn't be hiring people with those ghetto-ass names. Give it up, girlfriend. You know she was doing it. She was high-fiving the TV.
Oh, you know she was. And she's like the most racist bitch on the fucking planet. And she had the nerve to be like, well, you shouldn't have, da-da-da. You know you agree with every damn thing Raven said. But she shut Raven ass down, which I was happy that when I did see it, that she did get her shut down, because nobody else has seemed to do it. But coming from her, it really wasn't a big a moment as it should have been, because it was her.
Exactly. Like, I'm not ready to jump on the Aunt Coulter.
No, that one, you don't get no damn ghetto pass because you shut down Raven. When you done been kicking niggas, you probably wore your goddamn KKK uniform to the show, just took it off because they were airing. So you don't get that from me. Fuck you. I mean, I'm glad somebody shut Raven ass down. I wish somebody else would shut her down on the show. I mean, because I haven't watched The View in so long. Only time I see it now is when there's a stupid Raven clip. Isn't that terrible? Like, I don't even watch it anymore. But now, anytime I see The View, it's the Raven clips.
And they trying to get rid of her.
There's a petition for that. There's a petition to... Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on. Manny done fell asleep. The TV blasting. Hold on. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry. He's knocked out. I don't know if you heard it. The TV's loud as hell.
Oh, yeah, I heard it. Yeah,
at first I thought he was awake, and I was like, maybe he's trying to get my ass off my recording. But he's over there knocked the fuck out. Okay, sorry about that.
But I don't think it's going to happen because she's just...
Controversy.
She's too controversial. She says too much. Well, her girlfriend and her broke up. Her as Marie. You know, because that name is so traditional.
She won't hire you, but she
won't hire you, but she'll lick it.
She'll lick it, though. Oh, Lord have mercy. This world is so hypocritical, man. I mean, it's just, I'm frustrated. You know, I'm back, and, you know, you go away from a little trip and you're like, the world is beautiful. And then you come back and you see the reality is the shit is still fucked up, if not worse than before. And it's like, damn.
You look at Facebook, and Facebook is like racist shit, police brutality, racist shit, Raven, racist shit.
Don Lemon, racist shit.
More racist shit.
Raven. And Don Lemon. It's just frustrating. So, hopefully, the next time we record, we'll have some. I don't know, some good
We
shit.
having a tidies. I don't care what's going on. We having a tidies and bullshit episode. I don't care if I got to sit there and binge watch.
We need to
Love and Hip Hop or some shit.
We need to because our shows are back on. Scandal's on. I never watched Scandal like that, so I know you've missed it. But Empire's back, and I was tripping. If you go on our page, by the time you hear this recording, it'll be wow. You know how we do. But Empire didn't air yesterday, and I was very devastated. And there's this little Vine or whatever meme thingy video going around where this guy, and I put it on the page where the guy's like calls Comcast because he's like, where the hell is my Empire? So Empire's back. They done kidnapped Hakeem. If you don't know by the time you see this, then you don't watch it. So then they kidnapped Hakeem, and I'm like, oh my god. So we're gonna have to recap some shows. Being Mary Jane is back on, and I watched that yesterday to do my recap.
I know I gotta get caught. I gotta get caught up. Okay. I actually just watched. Which episode did I watch? When she went out to her friend with the bat in her hand. That was the last thing I saw.
Okay, yeah. So this episode,
yeah, catching up to do.
The next one, somebody dies in it, and it's a very powerful episode. So we can fucking catch up on our damn shows. Blackish is back and funny as hell. They did Halloween episode last night, and I actually saw that because the boring ass debate. It couldn't keep my attention. So
yeah, we should do a TV episode. Have you been watching the Muppet Show? That show was actually pretty funny.
No, I didn't like this is my confession. I didn't like the Muppets when I was little. All right,
this is different.
I don't like cartoons.
I know, it's not a cartoon. That's why I said it's like moonlighting with puppets. And they be throwing shade at each other. Oh, Lord, there's some shady ass. Kermit.
Yes, puppets.
Kermit with the damn T.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
So, yeah, I can't do this no more. I'm done. Let me get this bitch off my damn computer. I know I done called her a bitch don't know how many times. I'm like the worst woman ever.
I'm about to say I'm the worst woman this ever. But I'm
trying to figure her out. It's like, should I be mad at her because she's a racist white lady? Or should I be mad at her because she's an anti-black lady?
I don't know. But, you know what?
I can't quite figure her out because she looks white.
I don't know. She's
but
racist.
Then again...
She had a little color to her in one picture. I could tell she was white or black or whatever. And then she tried to hit you with the sister girl.
Yeah.
Come on, y'all homies.
You don't try to go on racial trans yam.
West side in the house. You know y'all ignorant ass kids. I'm just speaking to y'all blacks right now.
Y'all fatherless children.
The urbans, I mean black. But you see, I'm just looking. I'm scrolling down my internet. I was trying to find something funny to talk about, but I saw this and I love it. Cher.
Yes.
Came out of that. What's that thing that they keep that keeps you young? That compression chamber.
What she do?
And called somebody out for talking about the girl. She goes in her tweets. She has Twitter, guys. Cher has Twitter, and I
followed her.
Wow. I didn't know, but she does, and she's awesome. She says, teen girl in classroom thrown around like ragdoll. Everyone on TV saying we can't see what she did before video. Who gives a flying fuck? She's a child. Exactly, sure. And then some chick on her timeline, Monica Stone, goes, should have just listened. She deserved everything that happened to her. And Cher replies, heartless bitch, table for one.
Yes.
And that's pretty much my mood. It's like, come on now. You don't have to be a heartless bitch, America. You fucking heartless pieces of shit out there. So Cher gets it. And, yeah.
I saw that, and I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning when I saw it. I saw that, and she got my 4 a.m. follow. I was like,
you know what?
Go ahead and follow.
Yeah.
I don't know a single. I got, if I could turn back time. That's all I know.
Shit, though.
If I could turn Okay, see, now you done already went way too far.
I love Cher. She's so pretty.
She alright.
I think she's so pretty. She's always had that 70s hippie look, and still looks like that with all her whatever she's doing.
She does. She goes. I didn't know. I'm scrolling down her Twitter. I'm like, oh, she's shady. Okay. Let me go ahead and follow. Speaking of Twitter, and I think we probably wrap it up on this.
Okay.
So a couple of days ago, something woke me up 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was up like wide awake. So I was like, you know what? Ain't shit usually happen on Facebook at 4 o'clock, but that third shift on Twitter, live.
Oh shit.
That graveyard shift, oh yeah.
Oh God.
So I'm scrolling through Twitter, and I keep seeing tweets about this story. You got to read the story. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and read this story. Some chick named Zola telling this story about how she met some Becky at Hooters. And this random Becky was like, let's go on a whole trip to Florida.
A damn whole trip.
And she went with her. And got caught up and stripping and trapping and shooting niggas in the face and white boys jumping out of balconies and shit.
It's so good.
And I'm like, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Why am I still reading this?
I read it today. I thought it was awesome. And I don't know if this is a true story. The internet is going both ways. Even it was on Instagram. Now that's how you know it's some shit. If it filtered from Twitter to Facebook and it's now on Instagram. The story has rolled over. Everybody has talked about it. So I don't know if this is fictional. I don't know if it's a real thing. I can't imagine this actually being something that she's saying that I don't think it's 100% true her life. I'm thinking this is a exaggerated version of some shit she knows about. Maybe she's a creative writer. Maybe she's the newest urban lit girl. But the story was off the damn hook. It was hilarious.
That's what I said. I was like, is she a writer? Because if she's a writer and she just figured out, like, did she get lucky? Like this, she said that she's told this story like 3 or 4 times. And for some reason, it caught on.
But she said when she writes it, the first line is, "Here's the story." And I don't know. To me, it reads like she's telling the story, and I think it's brilliant because nowadays social media is so. Everything goes viral. So if you play your cards right, you put something out, and then let's say you have some content to go with it, you done hit a damn gold mine. And I read a lot of the responses, like a lot of people was like, oh, where is this a book? Is this a book? I want to buy it. Is there more to it? Maybe she's wrote other stuff. So if she is an author or she's a writer, you go, girl. If she's just telling a crazy-ass story, oh, my God, that was a crazy-ass story. But I was saying to somebody on your page earlier, I love shit like this. I'm a big I had a book reading phase where I went through my pimp stage, and I love Iceberg Slim novels, Donald Goines novels. Like, I love that type of shit. So this was right up my alley, but it was like modern day hoeing, so it was like really different for me.
He's like not used to that modern day.
It's too much technology. I'm talking about 80s and 70s and 80s pimping. I love books like that. You don't tell me about no whore son. I'll tell you what a trick and a pimp do in a minute. I love those kind of stories. So I don't know. Who knows what's going to? Has anything been found out yet? I'm like, is this real or no?
I think. Well, I guess that's the art of storytelling. You don't know what's real and what isn't.
Yeah.
Now they found the girl that she was talking about they found her Instagram, and they trolled the hell out of it until she finally made it private. There were a couple of fake Twitter accounts.
Yeah.
But like, who knows, man? That's just this to me. That's like the brilliance of this is like the brilliance of Hotline Bling.
Yeah, it is true. Because if this is really her, who knows? This could really be just a brilliant move. Because, like you said, Hotline Bling went viral with it was so bad, the video, that it had to be done on purpose.
They sprinkled crack in that shit. I don't know. Look, hands to the man. I'm telling y'all, I've never seen a Drake video.
Really?
I've never seen a single Drake video. I wrote him off after one of the BET Awards when all of when all of Lil Wayne's kids came out. And what was that song? The Best in the World. And you singing that, and you got 13-year-olds dancing around you. The fuck's wrong with you? So I wrote him off after that. I was like, you know what? Fuck it, Drake. I can't mess with him like that. Him and Wayne. I had nothing for him. So I ain't never seen the Drake video. I ain't never seen Degrassi High. I ain't seen none of that shit.
Yeah, I never seen Degrassi either.
It wasn't until recently, like I guess in the last 2 years, that I let up on him because I figured, okay, maybe he's matured since then. It's been a few years. But anyway, this is the first video that I've ever seen of this.
This is not a good
was like,
I think it's your first.
I think my head was cocked to the side and I was drooling by the end of it, like something like my entire brain shut down during that video. I don't know if it was the glow of the colors mixed with the silhouettes and then the little jerky dance moves like Elaine from Seinfeld. Then he's doing the cha-cha and he's got on that turtleneck sweater and then like got that little bubble bumper jacket thing on, and then he's got that monotone, and I'm like, what is this? I can't feel my legs.
I love that song. It's so catchy. I love that song.
I like it.
But you never watch. Sometimes it works in a reverse for me. It's like if you like a song and then you see the video and it sucks and you're like, now it's like a so-so song. Like I used to love the song, like she used to call it Cell Phone, and then I saw the video and I was like, oh, this is so fucking stupid. Like I would have done something so much better with the video. You picture something so different. You don't picture him to be in a fucking baby blue bubble vest jacket, like dancing around like that. It's just terrible. But like you said, it had to be done on purpose.
Oh, it was. Because he knew it was going to go viral. He knew everybody was going to make fun of the dance movement.
Yeah, that was really bad.
His moves were terrible. He got on a turtleneck sweater. Like that. Like,
that in itself.
So when people talk about like some light skin shit, what I try not to buy into all that light skin shit, but like I imagine that's probably about the most light skin thing that he could possibly do is throw on a damn turtleneck sweater and a baby blue jacket and do the cha-cha.
Yeah.
To a song that is not even the damn cha-cha song. It's like, even a cha-cha song. What are you doing to me?
Yeah, it was a mind fuck, and basically it won because it's been memed by everything. That it's everywhere. Everyone's redoing the video, making fun of the video, and that's I guess that's good. So when you do the stunts like that, there is a payoff to it.
And then guess who crawls out from the loser's corner to say something about it?
Who?
Girl, Meek Mill.
No, please no.
So he called himself Clownin' Drake for dancing, and gangsters got rhythm. Gangsters don't.
Wait a minute.
I got a little bit of rhythm. That ain't gangster. Got on a turtleneck sweater doing the cha-cha. That ain't gangster. It's like, man, okay, first of all, you totally missed the point, though.
But
how wildly popular this video is. Maybe it's because he wanted to not look, because he wanted to look, he wanted to do some extra warm, soft, pink, light-skinned shit that would still body you.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's so bad.
This is a reminder of who you got bodied by. He's gonna dip himself in baby powder.
I cannot deal with you.
Okay, he's gonna dip himself in baby powder.
Oh God!
And eat cherries on a soft, fluffy pillow, twirling his chest hairs on a video,
and
just for you. And still, you will not be able to come back from that L you had to take. Oh, baby powder smelling nigga. Ain't nothing you can do to come back from that. There's nothing he can't do. Oh, you don't know how bad I hurt for you.
Rooting for you.
I'm right now. Because he ain't never going to come back from that.
How many online funerals were there for Meek Mill? There was so many rest in peace Meek's career, 2010 to 2000.
He ain't going to try to come back from the dead off of a wildly popular viral video that was done intentionally.
Well, he tried it with Wale again. This is the second time he went after Wale, and Wale did his non-response as usual. I mean, just me. My whole thing is I'm scared to see what happens when Nicki Minaj leaves him. I'm terrified. If you didn't read the Zoe thing, he gonna pull a Jared. That motherfucker jumping out window.
You could call me on my cell phone. That's what he's gonna be. He gonna be playing that. He gonna be in a room by himself with the lights dimmed, OD and snorting baby powder, listening to Drake. Hotline bling.
He will find him somewhere.
And rubbing a statue that he had made of Nicki's booty.
You know he is. That's
what he's gonna do.
Oh God.
We gonna OD on baby powder. We gonna be hearing about him on TMZ.
Oh God. Damn.
Oh, Drake.
Damn Drake and Meek. Okay, so
I thought that was he gonna try to bring it back. Like, no, you don't wanna, because you know he's been working on stuff since then, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, I don't even want to hear anything he could possibly. I don't know that I want to hear it. Sit your ass down, boy. Sit your ass down.
Sit your ass all the way down, all the way down. I'm getting tired now.
It's winding down now.
Yeah, it's starting to wind down. I was angry earlier.
Yes.
Now, even though I haven't even heard the song, I've got it in my head, and it's calming me. Y'all gonna find me sitting here tomorrow, drooling and rocking back and forth. I just got that song playing in my head over and over. I'm telling you, that something about it. I think they probably got that thing playing in like mental institutions.
Oh my God, rocking back and forth.
Yeah, calm them down.
Handing out the blue jackets.
It's the lights. It's gotta be.
Oh Lord.
You got me, Drake. All right, I tried to write you off completely. Like, I was done with you back then in them BET Awards, but slowly, it was the beard that did it. But now, I'm a sucker for that turtleneck sweater, baby.
They used to call me.
I'm a sucker for that turtle. Get me some baby powder. I just want to smell it and listen.
Oh Lord.
Well, we said a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is almost like Ain't I a Woman Part 2, which bled over into
pink sweaters and
shit. Gentrification of Mars.
Yeah, I don't know where we were, but
that sounds like a hot album.
What, baby powder and gentrification?
No, just the gentrification of Mars.
Oh.
We should, you know what? We should start. You and me should start writing.
We should do a Twitter story. We should buy her style and do a tweet. Y'all won't believe these tweets, but I'm gonna tell you from the beginning. It starts with black people, Mars, and ends with gentrification.
So we can't plagiarize. I was talking about we should have an album. I don't know about writing nothing for Twitter, but that just sounds like a nice, like, wouldn't that be a hot album? I mean, I'd buy it on iTunes or something.
We got a rap?
Like, you heard them nerdy black chicks with the gentrification of Mars? They're dropping some knowledge, that shit.
Well, that's on some Erykah Badu shit, though. We have to be really deep with it. Oh, I didn't know. My finger's gone. I'm tired, too, now. See what happened?
They came to Mars. They came where? Mars.
Oh, my.
I can't sing. All I can do is talk through the whole thing.
Oh, Lord have mercy. See, this is when you know we need to wrap this shit up. We took it all the way.
I want to sing for the people, but I can't even talk for the people.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
You're going to have to T-bise it.
There you go.
Yeah, them sleigh bells ring, ding, 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 ding. Come on, this lovely reservoir sleigh ride together with you.
Oh, my God.
Outside the friends of... Outside the snow is calling, calling. It's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
Oh Lord, I am not singing that song with your ass because it'd be stuck in my head all night. I'll have a very, very Christmas. Happy New Year. All right, that's it.
A Cadillac. Like, what? Where did you come from? Like, she just jumped back on the mic real quick. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, and away we go. It's not that time of year.
No, we wait.
You want my love and all my time.
All right, T-Boss.
Well, it won't be there if you can't deal with my mind.
Oh, shit. See, that's a good... You're sick. You stay that way. It works out. It's all right.
I posted a video earlier. I thought, at one point, I sounded like MC Light, but somebody was like, nope. No, you don't.
Oh.
I was like, man, I was trying to have a little bit of fun.
Oh.
Roughneck, gotta get a roughneck. I need a roughneck, gotta get a roughneck.
I was just thinking that part. I need it in the morning, so I gotta have a what? I need a man with an attitude. He only eats Spreakers with his food.
Somebody asked me if I could say something from a song with her in common. I was like, no, but I could probably announce the next presenter on the BET Awards.
Yeah. She always
next on the stage, NBA star Kobe Bryant.
She does sound like that every time.
Like, who are you yelling
so
at?
hype every time.
Stay right there. We'll be back right after this. Like, who are you yelling at? Light? Ain't we cool? Why are you yelling at me? What did I do to you?
She's always mad, man. She's always fucking mad.
Oh, but she's gorgeous. Oh, she makes me sick. What is she, like 40 what?
40-something. She just had a birthday, didn't she?
Almost 50. She's gorgeous.
Yeah, she just had a birthday, I think.
I mean, I'll settle for sounding like her if I can get that. But like I said, I was told.
Oh, somebody was hating. Come on, where's the love, people?
Let me have my fun. Can't I be great?
I mean, yeah, can we?
Can't I be light?
Can't we? But I'm hard as rock.
Up, down, all around, either sideways. What's that? Heard I wanna be down. It's something going through.
Oh Lord. I'm gonna have this stupid shit stuck in my head for them. We gotta wrap this damn thing.
I can't help it. I'm on the roll. I just want to keep talking like this all the time.
What'd she say? About yay big? About yay small?
Oh.
Roughneck, leave me right up. Was that Queen Latifah? Oh.
Yeah, my grandmama lived down the street from you, I think.
Up, down, all around, even sideways. Oh, what? Does she really?
Yeah, we got the song all mixed up. We got to start from the beginning.
We need to stop.
You do it all.
Y'all got a fool.
We done had T-Bars in the house. We done had we had a badass impression of Latifah.
That was bad.
Just another day living in the hood. Just another day around the way.
We all fucked up tonight. See, all right, that's the sign the dirty black chicks.
Moni in the middle. Where she at? In the middle.
Moni. Wait, don't. I got one for you. Ain't heard in a while. You can't play with my yo-yo.
Oh, yeah. Don't try to play me out.
I heard that on the radio the other day. I was like, yes, yo-yo. Where has she been?
I'm not a hoe, no. Kilolo.
Damn it. Oh, yeah, this show took a turn.
It took a... Yeah, this is what we used to call the Nerdy Black Chicks after hours.
Oh, yeah. You got to bleed off from the after, when the glasses came off.
When the glasses came off. It's the after show. This is when we just start talking about dumb shit. This is when you find out what we really talk about and what we really care about.
Yeah, we're not talking about their issues. Where the hell has Yo-Yo been?
Yeah, exactly. Last time I seen her, she was in an episode of How Do I Look? And they had to dress her ass.
What? She was on that show? Oh
Yeah,
my
she was.
god. She's
You
still
didn't know that? Yeah, it was bad too. All right, so I lost Boo. Damn it, what's her name? Boo Shadow. So I lost Boo Shadow. As you can see, things just got a little carried away. So I'm going to close this out. Again, just check out the show notes to figure out how you can contact us via the social media. Check out our Nerdy Black Chicks Talk Radio show page where you can just chat it out with us about all kinds of different subjects that we post on our wall there. We have a voicemail, if I can remember the number. I think it's 515-999-JTOL. Leave a message. Let us know what you think about the show. If you can, please, we'd appreciate it if you left us a 5-star review. If you love the show, I ain't going to pressure you, but if you love the show, if you like the show, if you think it's okay, whatever, you don't want to see us disappear, then go ahead and give us a 5-star review. You ain't even got to say nothing. Just give us a 5 stars. If you got something nice to say, we might even go ahead and read it. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and close this out as I always do. Maybe by next time I'll have my voice. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, goodbye, and good night.